Hey guys, so I thought I'd do a very different video, just something that's been on my mind recently, and that is why you shouldn't give up being creative. Now, an interesting story, well, not really interesting, but just contextual story. Um, I haven't been in a very good place recently, with mental health and with personal issues, and for the longest time within recent years, I always felt like there was something in me that just wasn't there anymore. Especially when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I barely paid attention to lesson. I just kind of focused on my artwork, and not so much as artwork as in like an artist way, but more a design way. I had all these crazy ideas for video games, and which I'm not going to go into because they're quite embarrassing, really. But then again, that's part of the problem. You see, the trouble with the world is we can get told a lot that what we're doing doesn't matter, or what we're doing, like we haven't got anything special to offer, we haven't, we're never going to succeed the way we think we will. These are things that we very commonly hear. And I just think it's important for people to realize that the only thing that really matters is what you think of your work and what your work means to you. And the biggest problem that I've been having is I compare myself a lot. I compare myself to, how I was when I was a kid, and I was so much more creative. I had so much more of a spark, whereas now that just doesn't seem to be there anymore. And I'm sorry, guys, this isn't scripted, but in recent years, I've just been feeling like I don't have what I need to be a successful artist. I don't have that drive, I don't have that spark anymore. And, no one's gonna care about my work. I might be able to do it as a little thing on the side, but I'll never be able to dedicate myself to it because I just don't have the passion that I used to have. And what if I've wasted my whole life thinking that this is what I was about when actually, it's something else? And these are, very common thoughts to have. And we can stop and we can say to ourselves, right, well, I should just give up then because, you know, I'm just not what I used to be. But the interesting thing is, while I've been feeling like this, I've produced some of my best work ever, in fact. And it's just very strange, like at the time when you feel like your work isn't worth much or you're in a bad place, you don't quite have the creative drive that you used to, and you don't quite have that passion. I have produced some of the best work I have ever done. And I'm being sincere, guys, and it's it's gotten me to notice that actually, you know, in spite of maybe my love for it not quite being what it was, my skill and my my technicality, the way I draw and the detail that I use has improved tremendously over the past few years, and I think that's important. Really, it's easy to say, "Oh, I don't want to do this anymore." I want to give up. It's not really just for me. But look at how far you've come, and look how much better things have gotten. Oh, the cats just ran by. And look at your craft. Take a good look and say, wow, that's better than it was a few years ago, and that's what I've been doing, really. But I suppose it's tough because my whole life I never really sat down and thought what I would actually want to be. I kind of just said, well, I've got these ideas for things, and I want to go and make them. And of course, society in the world will say to you, well, no, that's not how it works. You have to build a career, you have to get a job and everything, which yes, you do, because obviously you have to bring in money, but it's important that we do things that we enjoy. And in recent times, I've just been feeling like, well, the art just doesn't seem to move me the way it used to. While my drawing has gotten better, my love for it hasn't. And it gets me wondering, what's more important, really? Is it important that you love what you do and not be so good at it, or be good at it and not love what you do? So I've kind of been stuck in this area quite a bit, and I just wondered if any of you guys out there had a similar experience. But I think it's just important to not give up, because one thing I can tell you from experience is I've looked back at some of my work and I've gone, wow, like I am actually really impressed with how I've been put out. And sometimes the process is not quite enjoyable, but the results are something that you can look at and you can say, yes, I'm proud of that. And whether you guys realize it or not, on both your good and your bad days, you're making something. And it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter whether it's art or sports or whatever. These bad days are going to come. There's nothing we can do about it. Well, there is. Oh God, yeah, I should probably have written a script. But, oh, and there goes the camera. Sorry, I've got a terrible camera stand. Hope you'll forgive that. But what I mean is that even when bad days come along, we can still create. I mean, I drew this. I drew this yesterday, and I'd had a bad day. I'd had an argument with someone. I'd had a bit of an incident, and yeah, I was very stuck in my negative thoughts. And yet, look at this. Now, look, I'm not someone for tooting my own horn, but honestly, I'm proud of this. I really genuinely am. If you don't know what this is, these are two characters for a story I'm doing. And in terms of the story, I have no idea where it's going. I have no idea if it even works. I've no idea if anyone would even like it. But a part of me loves these characters and wants to keep doing these characters. And at the end of the day, guys, you've got to sing your own song, because it doesn't matter what other people think. And I'm not saying that I've ascended above this. I care very much what other people think, too much, and it brings me so much stress and anxiety and just so much hatred for myself and even my work. Sometimes I start to think that, oh, it's all meaningless, it's not going to go anywhere, and I hope to pull myself out of this way of thinking. But what I'm saying, guys, is that even at bad times, you still have so much worth and value. The bad times don't reflect as a whole, the outcome of things. It just means that, you might just have to take a step back, maybe take a break, or something I would do is just try not to think about it too much. If you think, well, oh, I have to draw because, I've got to keep drawing, otherwise I'm not going to be good enough, you're just going to make it so much worse. Maybe just say to yourself, I'll try a little bit of drawing today and see how it goes. And oftentimes you start off not thinking it's going to amount to much, and that often becomes your best artwork. What I mean is when you panic and when you think, oh, I've got to make this the best, I've got to make it the best ever, that's when I find, anyway, I oftentimes end up failing. But when I just start for, like, this is just a casual drawing, it doesn't have to mean much, it's not like the be all and end all, that's when I find myself more relaxed and more capable of doing really good work. And of course, it's wonderful to have a goal as well. I've recently been given some commissions, to do. So it's nice to have a goal and have that drive to do it. But I think with everything that's going on in the world, guys, it's perfectly natural to feel like, you know, I'm I'm drained. I'm not sure if I love what I do anymore. And I just wanted you to know, whoever's listening to this who might resonate, you're not alone. And if I've proven anything to myself, is I drew this when I was at my lowest, and I can't wait to see what I can draw when I'm at my highest. So if you think of giving up, if you think that, you know, you're not worthy enough, or that things are never going to get better, honestly, guys, hang in there. Because just think, if you can get up out of bed every day, and you can help someone, you can make someone smile when you're at your lowest, just imagine what you can do when you're at your highest. And I think that's what we need to think of. I'm very proud of this drawing, and I can't wait to colour it in and add more to it, really. But if I could do this when I'm having a bad day, I look forward to the times when I can feel better and produce some amazing work, hopefully, when I'm at my highest. So, this is unscripted, guys. I'm sorry if this has been a little bit difficult to follow, but I just hope that this message can help someone out there who's maybe feeling the same way. And yeah, just listen. It's been a difficult 2 years, with the state the world's been in, and just you getting through each day. Give yourself a pat on the back. And if you're doing something like this, if you're an artist and you're creative and you're still going, and maybe if you've given up and you're thinking of getting back into it, trust me, look, just have fun. Try not to take your art so seriously. Trust me, I'm a perfectionist. If I do something that isn't 10 out of 10, I feel like scrunching it up. It's horrible. Just do some doodles. And what I find is helpful is I try to balance my work. So some days I work on my commissions because they're important. I'm getting paid for those. And some days I think, do you know what? I've got this image in my head. I've got an idea. I just want to draw it and see how it goes. And this is how it went, and I'm very happy with it. So, yeah, don't give up, guys. Stay safe and happy wherever you are in the world, and let me know down in the comments below if you've ever experienced feelings of just like you're not worth it, or that you won't be able to achieve what you want to achieve. And I hope you like this video, guys. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for further videos. So sorry about this. This was unscripted. And thanks ever so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.